Hello my friends, how are you? Mambo vipi? Shwari? Kama kawa? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to meet you guys. I really miss you and I really love you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's explore Tanzania. Today we're going to talk about the language of Tanzania, which is Kiswahili. Welcome guys. Okay. In order to understand the language of Kiswahili, we are supposed to know about the history of Kiswahili. But before we start anything about that, first of all, the language of Kiswahili is spoken by 100 million people across Africa, specifically in the Eastern Africa. It's national language it's an official language in Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, and some parts of Zambia, and northern part of Mozambique, some parts of Malawi, and also in Burundi. So Kiswahili is one of the most spoken languages. Kiswahili is one of the most spoken languages. It's number one. It's number one, followed by Arab, French, and Hausa. So Kiswahili is mostly spoken. It's a native language in Tanzania. Kiswahili is the native language in Tanzania. The development of Kiswahili language goes hand in hand with the history of the Swahili people, or the history of the people who are found along the eastern coast. As we continue, before I start teaching you and telling you everything about Kiswahili, first of all, I will teach you some Swahili words, few of them. Like 5 of them, which are very important for the Tanzanians. Okay, the first one is thank you. In Swahili we say asante. Asante. So it's easy, you see, it's not that difficult. So asante is thank you. The second word is shikamo. Shikamo is like a greeting. I don't know how to say it in English, but it's a form of respect to old people, like your father, your mom, your uncles, the people that are older than you. When you meet them, you say shikamo, and they reply marhaba. So marhaba is also, it's Arabic word which means you are welcome. So that is the second word, shikamo, when you meet old people. And when you meet young people, your fellow students, you just say mambo vipi, shwari. Mambo vipi is like, hi, how are you? Are you good? Shwari, are you good? I'm good. Nipo fresh, nipo salama. So that's how we reply. So mambo vipi. And then another thing you're supposed to learn, because you're going to come in Tanzania, is shingapi. Iyo shingapi. Iyo shingapi means like how much is that. So when you ask for the prices, maybe you have seen something that you like, you want to ask the prices, how much is this, you say shingapi. It's actually shilingi ngapi, but you say shingapi. So that's you're supposed to learn. Another word you're supposed to learn is kwaheri. You're supposed to learn kwaheri. Kwaheri is means like bye or goodbye. We say it in language of Kiswahili. So you're supposed to learn kwaheri. Another word that you're supposed to learn when you come to Tanzania is Hakuna matata. I know you know this word. You have read a lot of this word in the movies and stuff like that. So Hakuna matata means like there's no problem, no worries, no problem, everything is okay. Hakuna matata. So you're supposed to learn that Hakuna matata, no problem, everything is good. So those are some of the few words I want you to learn before you come to Tanzania. I know you're going to come to Tanzania and you'll enjoy. So today we're going to talk about the language of Kiswahili. Now when we talk about the language of Kiswahili, the language of Kiswahili goes hand in hand with the history of the people, of the coastal people, or the East Africans. So in the 8th century, the Arabs came to East Africa, and when they came to East Africa, they came purposely for trade. They did slave trade. There was trade for clothes, there was slave trade and other trades. So when Arabs came in East Africa, they came for trade, and they opened routes which were along the coast of Indian Ocean, places like Kilwa, DARESSALAAM, Lamu, Mombasa, all those places, Tanga, all those places are along the coast of East Africa. So when the Arabs came, they helped so much in the development of Kiswahili language. Mind you that they also spread the religion of Islam. So during the spread of religion of Islam, they had to communicate with the natives. Now communicating with the natives, they used Swahili. Now in teaching them, so the Swahili people had to adapt some words from Arabs, some Arabic words, which led to the development of Kiswahili. Also, the issue of slave trade. When slaves were taken from one place to another, when they were taken from the coast of East Africa to Zanzibar, then to the other places, to Arabic countries, that process led to the spread of Kiswahili along the coast and other parts of the Indian Ocean, like in the Arabic world and other places. So that's how Kiswahili started growing. So the Arabs came in the 8th century and they ruled until 15th century. Now in the 15th century, Portuguese came and conquered Arabs. Now when Portuguese came and conquered Arabs, they also improved the language of Kiswahili. They added words of Kiswahili. We have seen already that in the 8th century, Arabs came in East Africa up to 15th century. Then from 15th century up to 18th century, the Portuguese reigned in East Africa. Then they were overthrown by the Oman people, or the Arabs from Oman. And then in 1884, there was Berlin Conference to 1885, dividing African continent amongst themselves, the European people. Tanganyika was taken by the Germans. Now, in the 19th century, when Germans came in Tanganyika, they found that Kiswahili was widely spread. Now, when they found that Kiswahili was widely spread, they decided to use Kiswahili in their activities and other things like that. So, after Berlin Conference, Germany took over Tanganyika, and Germany reigned Tanganyika from 1880 up to 1919, when they lost in the First World War. When Germans lost in the First World War, British took over all the colonies of Germany, which includes Tanganyika. So, as we can see, during that whole period of time, from the 8th century, when Arabs came, to 15th century Portuguese, then Germans, up to 1919, when British took over Tanganyika after the First World War, up to 1961 when we got the independence, there was huge improvement of Kiswahili language. So Kiswahili has been here for centuries and centuries, and has also spread into other countries along East Africa, like Rwanda, Burundi, DRC Congo, Kenya, Uganda, parts of Malawi, northern part of Mozambique, and also some parts of Zambia. So that is how the Kiswahili language spread and how it developed. Right now I'm going to mention to you some of the vocabulary that we took from other languages, like Arabic language, like Portuguese language, German, and some English. I just mentioned few of them. From Arabic language, we get like 35% of Kiswahili vocabulary is Arabic. So we have a lot and many words, many vocabularies from Arabic. From Arabic language, we get many vocabularies, like Mwalim, which means teacher. Salama means well. Halali means legal. Also illegal, which means haram in Swahili, is also the same one in Arabic. So we've got a lot of words from Arabic to Swahili, which we adopted from our Arabic language. Also, we have words from English, like ofisi. Ofisi is from office. Penseli. Penseli is from pencil. We have words like simu. Simu means phone. Simu is also an English word which means phone. We have words like Agosti. Agosti means August to short. German, we've got Maschine. Maschine is a German word. Schule is a German word. Maschine means like machine, which means machine. Schule means school, which is from German. We also have Kilometer. Kilometer, which is from German, which means kilometer. We have, and then we also have words from the Portuguese people. We also have words from the Portuguese language like leso, which is handkerchief, mesa, which is table, vinho, which is wine. So those are some of the few words that we have mentioned to you which improved the language of Kiswahili. So the major reason of spread of Kiswahili is trade which was done by the Arabs, Portuguese, the colonial rule of Germans and British, which led to the spread of Kiswahili language. So that is how Kiswahili was made, and that is how Kiswahili came. It's centuries and centuries and centuries until Kiswahili developed. And now Kiswahili has spread, it's been spoken around Africa. More than 100 million people, 150 million people speak Kiswahili. Is ranking as #1 language spoken in Africa. A lot of people speaking in Africa. So guys, I love you guys. I have a lot to tell you. So welcome again to our YouTube channel. Yeah. So, and another word that I want you to know when you come to Tanzania is nakupenda. Nakupenda means I love you. Keep it in mind. Nakupenda means I love you. So that's it. Guys, I love you all. Enjoy your time. And I just want to say bye and see you in the next episode. We'll talk more and more about Tanzania, about the culture and everything. So today I've spoken about the language of Kiswahili. If there is anything you know, you may add in the comments. If you have any question concerning the issue spoken today, just write me in the comments and we'll chat. See you next time. Love you guys. Wow.